Man. So we're gonna do a quick review of two shotguns. Somebody asked me about budget-friendly shotguns. What would I recommend if people are able to find them? One to go out there and shoot some clays with, and then one for like a home defense type shotgun, but budget-friendly. These few people asked me about guns literally under $300. What do I find reliable? What would I use? What would I get? And things of that sort. All right, so we're gonna start with the first choice. We're gonna start with the first choice. All right, the first one is an oldie for me, a real oldie. A lot of people talk bad about this gun, but this gun has been extremely reliable for all the years that I've had it. I still take it out from time to time. This was the very first shotgun my son ever shot. He was 5, 6 years old. So we're gonna start with that shotgun, which is the old school classic. See, I keep it in the bag and everything. The old school classic Maverick 88. Maverick 88. All right. So completely empty. All right. Completely empty. Old school Maverick 88. The Maverick 88. Maverick 88. And this is, let's see if I can get it in there. Nope, it won't show. This is a 20 gauge Maverick 88. All right. I got the Maverick 88 probably 9-10 years ago, maybe. It was good with you. And when I got the Maverick 88, I actually picked it up from Walmart. Found it at Walmart on a hell of a deal. It was actually under $100 when I found it. The Maverick 88 is a solid gun. It is also made by Mossberg. All right. With that being said, the Maverick 88 systems can be switched up, fixed up, souped up, however you want to put it, with parts from the Mossberg 500. If you have a Mossberg 500 and you have a Maverick 88, both of them are 20 gauge, you can literally take the butt stocks off, interchange them. You can take the foregrip off, interchange those with the Mossberg 500s. The Maverick 88 also comes in 12 gauge, but if you find a 12 gauge one, good for you. I haven't been able to find one. I would buy one if I was able to find a Maverick 88 12 gauge, but unfortunately, within the last 10 years, I haven't seen one. So therefore, we'll continue to run the Maverick 88 20 gauge. Very lightweight, very versatile shotgun. This is used for hunting, and we also have used it just to teach my son some of the training, shotgun training that we do for home defense and stuff like that. And it ain't much more I can say about it. It's a solid shotgun. It's very easy to disassemble. It's very easy to put back together, to keep clean. This shotgun does come with chokes. It does come with different chokes, so you can switch the chokes out on the shotgun. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Maverick 88. So I got it for under $100. You can probably find them for about $150, $200 at max right now. All right. Now, The other one, this one is for your clay pigeons. I know a couple people who run them, the Maverick 88, as their home defense shotgun. And they find it extremely reliable for that. If that's what you choose to use it for, it will work. The only thing is, when you go out or when you're in the house, you need to actually run through your house and figure out how to raise the gun up when need be, you know, going around your corners and your walls and stuff like that to get the memory of the exact movements that you need. You know, with this long barrel shotgun, I think it's a 24-inch barrel, a 22-inch barrel. All right, so with the 22-inch barrel, you got to make sure, like, if you're using it for home defense, that when you come out of the doors, that you're not clipping the side of the door and things of that sort. So do go through some paces through your house, you know, just figuring out how to maneuver it through your house if you choose to use a 22-inch long shotgun for home defense. In my personal opinion, I would go with something shorter, like this guy. Like this guy, all right? This is another extremely budget-friendly shotgun right here. We talked about this maybe last week or 2 weeks ago when I did the review on the RZ-17. We talked about the Omega P12. That's the Omega P12. That's Omega P. Man, a nice smooth bore home defense shotgun that I use quite often when I go out, man, to the range. It's an extremely lightweight shotgun. It's very easy to operate. The recoil pad on this shotgun is crazy, smooth and soft, so it helps you manage the recoil. This is a 12 gauge. This is a 12 gauge. Now, when it comes down to people in my house, what will we run? Home intruder, I'm home. If I keep this loaded, you know, this is what I'm grabbing first. For my old lady, she has been running through the paces with this. And then my son will talk about his 410 on another video. We'll be running with the 410 if we choose to use the shotguns as the home defense. For me, I have other things that we use as home defense. Like for my son, he knows to run out and grab his 1522 pistol and, you know, make sure that his sister is straight. My old lady knows to go ahead and grab the CZ and make sure that the kids are straight. And then my job is to grab what I feel like grabbing right then and there and running the paces. Most of the time when I go through scenarios like that in the home, I'm grabbing the bullpup simply because the bullpup, I keep it loaded up with the 10 round mag. And just to be honest with you, if I have to come and destroy something that is trying to harm us in our home, the bullpup is going to bust, and we'll talk about the bullpup on another video. But back to the P12, the Omega P12, man. That leaky Newark, Ohio P12, made in Turkey. Remember, with the RZ-17, I was talking about the trigger group or assembly. This is the same exact one that comes in the RZ-17. On this one, you're able to see it a little easier, but this is the thing that gets stuck on my RZ-17. All right, this little lever right there. All right, but what I've noticed is when I've taken this one out of the P12 and put it into the RZ-17, it runs smoothly. But I'd rather keep it inside the P12. All right, so the P12 ran about $225 to $230 when I purchased it. I've had this gun maybe about 2 years now. It's another Turkish-made gun. For some odd reason, I just love my Turkish-made guns, and typically tend to run towards Turkish-made shotguns because they just, man, they go through the paces, man. They really do. So yeah, the P12, lightweight, easy to operate. I use it a lot when I go out to the range shooting clays. It's very good, very simple to get your sight picture. The only thing about this shotgun is it doesn't come with chokes. It's no interchangeable chokes. This gun was intended to be used as a home defense shotgun. On the back end, it has the buttstock that has the, what is this called, QD link. You know, so you can put your sling onto it and run it that way. Would I pick one over the other? It really depends on what you're trying to do with it. Really depends on what you're trying to do with it. The Mossberg Maverick 88 20 gauge is extremely fun gun to shoot when it comes down to, you know, your clay pigeons and just out there just busting rounds. It's easy not just for myself to operate, but it's also easy for my son to operate and my wife to operate. And it'd probably be one of the first shotguns that I train my daughter on as she gets older. The Omega P12 is more so for like your home defense, but also, like I said, you can take it out there, you can run the paces with it, you can do drills with it, and you can also get out there and really tear some damn clays up. All right. You said can't forget about the dogs as defense as well. Nah, we don't forget about the dogs. The dogs are for me is that unspoken thing. You know, I don't have to tell people, yeah, you know, I got the dogs. Dogs tear your ass up. I think most people know by now, man. You talking to Novocaine Kennels, and our dogs ain't no joke. Like, I think most people know that. But we gotta always be realistic on some shit. Sometimes we're not able to get down to the dogs. My dogs, except for King Ragnar, big ass, pretty much gets locked up at nighttime because them two younger dogs, Amina and Tip, if I don't lock those two dogs up, they would literally tear my house to pieces because they get bored so damn easy. So we teach people that you got to have, you know, a solid dog, but you got to put your dog through the paces in order for it to be a protection type dog. You can't allow the dog to be extremely friendly to everybody. You can't allow a bunch of strangers to always constantly touching your dog, because that's not teaching the dog how to protect the home. That's more so teaching the dog to be canine good citizen, where I understand a lot of people want that, but when you talk about what the dog actually can do to protect your home, if you got the dog being out there being a canine good citizen, the dog ain't really going to protect your home. They literally will allow people to walk into your home. The dog will wag their tail, say, hey, buddy, let the person walk right back out with your TV. But when you keep the dog separated and you don't try to make them canine good citizens in the world and have everybody and their mama and grandmama touch your dog, the dog mindset is a little bit different, and they tend to defend the home differently. They really do tend to defend the home very differently than what most people would do if they had a dog that is touched by everybody. All right, but to answer the few people up, budget friendly shotgun, something under $300. What would you recommend for clays? What would you recommend for home defense? Once again, if you can find you like old school, I love it, man. This gun is, like I said, is damn near 10 years plus old for me. If you can find you a Maverick 88 made by Mossberg, extremely cool gun, extremely easy to operate, clean, disassemble, and put back together. Also, Mossberg Maverick 88. If you have the Mossberg Maverick 88 12 gauge, you can take the 12 gauge and interchange the part with the Mossberg 500 12 gauge. If you have Maverick 88 20 gauge like this one here, the Mossberg 500 20 gauge, you can interchange the parts with that, which makes this a little cool. So you can buy some of the aftermarket stocks, the fold up ones, the flip ones, and all that, and it'll fit on this gun extremely well and work and operate and still do its thing. When it comes down to the home defense on a cheap budget, go with the Omega P12. You won't be disappointed. The Omega P12 is a solid ass shotgun. It's a solid ass shotgun, man. So I would go with that for your budget friendly type stuff, and get out there, shoot, and have some fun with it. How's the kick on that one? The Maverick 88 20 gauge. I mean, the kick is to me, it's non-existent. If you go back and watch some of the footage on YouTube with my son, it kicked him back a little bit, but it's not bad. It's very manageable. And then the other thing with the 88s, they do come with extra buck step pads to add even more cushion to it. I hated the extra cushion. I mean, it stuck it out there, and I just didn't like how the shit looked. So I took it off many years ago and never put it back on. I probably don't even know where it is inside the house. But it's extremely manageable for with the kick with that one. With the Omega P12, it's pretty smooth with the Omega P12 too. It does have a little more punch to the Omega P12, simply because the way the recoil pad for this is made. It's more of a hard rubber, but still manageable. For me, manageable. My wife hates it. My wife hates shooting this gun. My son hates shooting this gun. And I think most women that I take out to shoot this gun really dislike the gun. They tend to either stick with it. They tend to put this down and go back to this 20 gauge, just because it's not as heavy as a kick when it comes down to it. So yeah, we'll give this a week, and then we'll talk about the next budget-friendly couple guns that we have when it comes down to the shotgun. So the way I'm going to be doing my little series, we're going to be talking about some shotguns first, because when people ask me about home defense, and they're really not sure about pistols and they don't want to carry a pistol on them on a daily basis, I always recommend going to a shotgun platform, and from the shotgun platform, really recommend them getting out there training. If you get a shotgun, and go through your house, get some training with the gun first, but go through your house and make sure, you're coming out of your room, and when you swing it up, that you have, the good range and distance that you need to actually swing it up and take aim. There's so many different ways that you can do that. I know a few people who have longer guns like this Maverick 88, which is a 22-inch long barrel. Instead of them always putting it into their shoulder like this, when they're in their house and they're going through drills and, just scenarios to, say an intruder is in the house, they always would ride it up a little bit, up here on top of the shoulder, so they can have a little bit of a shorter gun. But at the same time, it's also locking it in there real tight and allowing them to come up and be able to do their thing in their house. But that just takes training. It takes training and knowledge, and training and knowledge, and training and knowledge, because you don't always want to have to shoot sideways like this. You want to be able to get it up and really look off your sights, and make sure that you're pointing and shooting at the thing that you want to destroy. You just don't want to be kicking it and punching shit through your house. All right. Other than that, if you can find it, Maverick 88. When I got it for under $100 about 10 years ago. So I'm just going to say now they're probably about 150, 200, if that. Maybe you can find one about $100. Or more of the home defense style stuff, the Omega P12s. Really nice, really budget friendly. About $225 to $250. You should be able to get one of these. All right. Both of them are pump action. Oh, look at that. Both of them pump action. Both of them easy to operate, easy to clean, easier to disassemble. This gun here is actually easier to disassemble than the Maverick 88. The Maverick 88, when you disassemble it, you take out these two pins right here. Your trigger group comes out. You have two bars in here that fall out, and then you start taking all the little pieces apart. It's probably about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8, 9 pieces that you have to actually disassemble in order to get this disassembled fully in the trigger group. And all you have to do is turn this knob here, take off your fore end, your barrel releases, and you clean everything, put it all back together. This gun, the Omega P12, is so much easier to disassemble. Simply, all you have to do is punch out the two pins that are located right here, screw off your cap. I'm not going to screw up the cap, punch my two pins out, but simply, real quick, all you got to do is pull the whole front end out. Boom, look at that. The whole front end, your bolt and all that is still in there. Punch these two pins out, boom, boom, and your whole trigger group comes out. And it's that simple to clean this damn gun. And to put it back together, I mean, it's simple. Clean it, boom, 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 boom. Take it apart, clean it. Boom, you got your bolt assembly up here. It goes onto that little fork there, just like that. You take your barrel, you run your barrel to the side of it, just like that. Make sure that that lines up into that groove there. Just like that. Slide that bitch back on through your fore end. Come out the front. Oh, damn. Something came apart. My bad. Let me get it back together. Now, put that on there. Bum, bum, bum. Got your fore end. Run your barrel back into it. Back down. Slide that down. Click. You heard the click. Go back in. Put your top back on. Top is back on. Rack it. Pull your trigger. Your trigger operates. Rack it. Throw it on safety. Pull your trigger. Trigger doesn't work. Close it back up. Pull your trigger. Boom, boom. There you go. And it's that simple to put this damn gun back together. It's that damn simple. So that's why I said Omega P12. It's an easier gun to clean. It has more recoil than the Maverick 88. It has a little more kick than the Maverick 88. But it's so much simpler, more simpler to keep clean, to operate, to make sure that your gun is going to stay functional as long as possible, and you know, to have some damn fun with it. All right, so there you go, the Omega P12. I just took that bitch apart real quick for y'all. All right, and the Maverick 88 20 gauge. Remember, it's like 8-10 parts inside here. I'm not taking this one apart because it's going to take me a minute to put it back together. I really, that's the only thing I hate about this gun. It's the disassembly and putting back together when you have to clean it. So I typically try to clean this gun maybe every 500-600 rounds. Yeah, we shoot a lot of shotgun around here. Me and my son, we really shoot a lot of shotgun. But I try to clean the Maverick 88 maybe every 500 rounds. As you can see, it's a little dirty up in there still. You know, see, still a little dirty in there. Because I did shoot it about a week ago. But other than that, man, it's a good shotgun. All right. Think I'm mounted on the wall. Now, that's pretty much when I use this, because I do switch up my home defense guns. You know, just kind of rotate them out, make sure they're clean. You know, no rust, and keep them nice and oiled and lubed up so they're ready to operate. But typically, what I do with my home defense stuff is once I figure out, okay, this is going to be it for the week, I do have a few places throughout the house that I do put the guns. They're hitting out of everybody else's sight, but I just mount it on the wall and let it sit there. And if I need it, and it's not quick enough to go ahead and pull it out and do your damn thing with it to protect your family and your home. So once again, let me end this so I can get my black ass to work. The Maverick 88 20 gauge. Got this gun about 10 years ago for a little under $100. You could probably find it still for about those prices. But I wouldn't pay more than about $225 for a Maverick 88 at this point in my life. The Omega P12, another solid ass shotgun that is extremely budget friendly. Both of these guns are under $300. You could probably find the Omega P12 for about $225 to $250. Yeah. They're just solid ass shotguns. I like this one a little more. Like it's just very easy to disassemble, clean, and put back together compared to this one. But I can't go wrong with the old one, man. They're like this is my Susie Q. This is Susie Q. Like Susie Q. Me and her been through the paces, and you know, she done shot, you know, 4 ducks for me, and you know, dispatched some other farm critters that shouldn't have been on a farm. I mean, like, Susie Q has been through the paces. I done dropped this damn gun probably so many damn times, in the woods, in the house, all over the place, and it still functioned like it's brand spanking new. The P12, what can I say? It's another badass little gun, man. It's another badass little gun. I like both of them, but if I had to just pick one of these two budget-friendly ones, purely off of the ability to disassemble it and put it back together as fast as possible, I'm gonna go with the P12. I was gonna be honest, man. You guys just watched it, how quick it is to disassemble this damn gun and put it back together. I think that's one of the reasons that I really do like my Turkish-made guns. They're extremely simple to disassemble, keep clean, and put back together compared to some of the Mossberg type stuff, man. You know, Mossberg is a hell of a gun. It has a great track record. You know, don't get me wrong. I own multiple Mossbergs, but like I said, this is dope. This is just simple to keep clean. This is the shotgun that I taught my son how to break down, disassemble, and put back together. It's way easier than this. When he gets a little older, I'll let him deal with more of these parts, because there's, like I said, there's little parts and rods in there that you somewhat have to be delicate with, because you don't want to bend them up, because it can mess up the function of the gun if you bend those little rods in there. But a gun like this, you can't go wrong. I don't know. I don't know, Miss Bessie, because I've had a niece, and my niece is probably all of 90 pounds soaking wet. All of 90 pounds soaking wet, you know, and that's in full out rain gear with water inside the boots type deal. You know, she shot this one, and it was more so the way she held the gun in her footing. When she first shot the gun, she tried to stand straight up. I'm trying to instruct her to lean in a little bit, spread them feet, and get a nice solid ass base. And she didn't want to do that. She wanted to stand straight up and just kind of lazy with it. And then she said, boom, and it damn knocked her on her ass. After that, she squared her base up, got a nice solid base, linked in, got it into the shoulder real good, linked forward, leaned into it, and pulled back into it. Then she shot the gun, boom, 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 boom. It was extremely fine. Extremely fine. All right? So much love, much respect. Let me get off here and get back to work.
She